Alexa louder. Blessings to your day, grand rising, and happy sunrise. Welcome to Give Me My Rights, WRITES Daily Podcast with Nadine Poetry One. I am one word, I am one number, guys. Come on in and please be tapping the screen as you come in this morning. I would appreciate that so much. Guys, I am happy to be alive today. I'm trying to set this up, excuse me. But I'm very happy to be alive today. It is a new week. It is a new time in our lives that we can do something exciting and different. So welcome to today. I have Diana Ross, the legendary Miss Diana Ross, playing in the background. Come on in, come on in. Side out. Listen, guys, I have a great quote for us this morning. This one is a great one to start our week. Okay, coming out of the weekend, and I don't know exactly what may have happened. It may have been a wonderful weekend. It could have been a tumultuous weekend. Whatever the case may be, this quote that I have for today is going to be great, and hopefully it resonates with you all well. It is a new day in our lives, and we get to change things around. That is the beautiful thing about rising in the morning, because we get to change things around. You know, whatever happened yesterday and the day before that or the day before that, we get to change it around just by starting a new day, opening our eyes. And we are already receiving our first blessing because we have opened our eyes. So thank you, Lord. I welcome you guys. Again, happy sunrise and blessings to your morning this morning, where life is new and we can start again. Guys, this is the podcast where I use my original quotes to help inspire and hopefully encourage your day. And if I am doing this well, you guys will have a smile that will last you the whole day. So I welcome you and thank you for joining me again for Give Me My Rights, WRITES Daily Podcast with Nadine Poetry One. I am one word, I am one number. For joining me. I appreciate you guys joining in this time with me this morning for Give Me My Rights. Guys, if you don't know, and if you have not joined me before, I am also the host of Imperfect Poetry Thursday Nights, which is my live Thursday poetry show, Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, on your favorite social media platform, you can check it out under Nadine Poetry One. But it's where I share some of my original poetry, copywritten poetry, of course. All my poetry that I share is copywritten. Okay, so yes, my original copywritten poetry is shared on a social media platform, and then we discuss the poetry, and we have great music and some fun. You know, I turn up, I act a little silly. You see my silly side amongst my serious side, because most of my poetry is written in metaphor, and it's pretty much based on the reality of things in life, without mentioning names and being specific in the situation, but just giving a little bit of information about things that happen in our lives that affect us all. So join me on Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have a moment, I would appreciate that. And come on and get some poetry. Thursday nights is a good night for poetry, you guys. Okay, I am also the owner and the founder of Skin Poetry One, which is my organic skin oil butters line. All right, that was created and formulated for severe dry skin. But the good thing about it is excuse me, is that it is good for keeping the moisture in your skin. If you don't have no dry skin issues, if you want to sustain that moisture, you want Skin Poetry One organic skin oil butters. Guys, right now it sells in it's shea butter with organic flowered oils, okay? And it sells in lavender, rose, and chamomile. I'm releasing the cocoa butter one really, really soon. I'm just working out some kinks, but the cocoa butter is phenomenal, okay? And it's all natural, organic, no chemicals, no carcinogens, no artificial fragrance, and no artificial color for your skin. Therefore, it is good for all age groups in your family, all skin types. Guys, I ask that you go ahead and get the experience at https colon forward slash skinpoetry1.nadinepoetry1.com. You can also go to my personal website at www.nadinepoetry1.com. That is one word, that is one number, and go ahead and click the tab for the organic skin oil butters. It is worth the moisture, guys. It ships right away. We ship all in every place of the U.S., and it comes relatively quickly. You'll be happy that you invested in your skin with this product. I promise. I promise. Okay, guys, listen, I'm going to go ahead and get into this quote now. Some of you may not know, but I am the poet outside of the box. Okay, I do things a little different from any other poet and writer because I have this morning show and I like to share quotes to inspire. So I use the gift of poetry. Thank you, Lord, for the gift. Okay, and I like to share, my poetic way of giving you guys quotes. And a lot of it in the quotes is mainly direct. And some of the stuff you'll hear me say little poetic stuff that is indirect. But if you know, you know. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the quotes. And again, grand rising and blessings to your day, beautiful people. You are beautiful in your own right, and don't let nobody tell you anything different because you are. The quote is, and I got legendary Diana Ross playing in the background, excuse me. Now, the quote is, my honest voice stomps as hard as 10 men. I said hard. Okay. My honest voice stomps as hard as 10 men. My mama used to tell me as a child that I should speak when spoken to and not before. Okay? I don't know if any of your parents would tell you that to stay in the child's place, speak when spoken to and not before. Child, my mother used to say that to me. I was here. God must have knew I was going to write. Okay? I got a lot to say. Okay? But anyway, many of us were also warned as children that some things are better left unsaid. My mother would be happy to know that I agree with that today. I agree with that today. Some things are better left unsaid. We can certainly reserve our words plenty of times if it doesn't need our voice. If nothing is said that is important to us that we need to correct, or justify, So some things are better left unsaid, and reserving your words, it is primarily contingent upon what is being said. It depends on the circle you're in, and how their dialogue, connects with you, or how it resonates with you, or how it touches you, So it's primarily contingent upon what is being said. She probably would not like that part because I'm just being honest. It's contingent upon what is being said. She thought it would be better to just don't say it. you know, I believe that it's better to reserve your words, but contingent upon what is being said, right? So she probably wouldn't like that part. And may she rest in peace, mommy. I love you. Okay. Oftentimes, I barely like to speak about anything and everything because I write all day, and I speak with my pen. I speak with my pen. I speak with my mind. I put it to paper. I type it up, and I copyright. That is my form of speaking. Of course I do the considerate and courtesies of hello and good morning and blessings to your day and you look wonderful and things like that. But for the most part, I don't converse unless it's really, really important because I do a lot of talking and thinking with my pen. And I don't like to mix up my words. I like to be direct and correct. Okay? But sometimes explanations and breakdowns can also be time consuming. So it needs to make sense for me to want to engage, into a conversation so deeply, because I just don't want to really speak like that. Even with my phone, sometimes I don't answer it often because I'm so busy writing and I'm speaking with my mind through my pen. Therefore, I've learned, as an adult to hold my peace. You know how your big mama would say, hold your peace. Hold your peace, right? I've learned to do that unless it is absolutely necessary to engage. I'll hold my peace, all right? And that includes until I am mentioned at the capacity of untruthful statements made in my presence and about me. I can no longer hold my peace. And I'm sure many of you agree with that. You can hold your peace as long as you are not in a circumference where people are mentioning you with untruthful statement in front of you. You gotta kind of speak up. I always want to straighten things out, right? Anything attached to my name that involves nonsensical truths, I need to correct that. I need to make sure we're clear. All right. Now, we can be fine with a disagreement. I'm fine with that. You may feel strongly about what you're saying, and I may feel strongly about what I am saying. And we can definitely disagree. However, as long as you have full understanding that when you speak about me or when you speak about us or when you speak about you, all right, you speak with honesty going forward. That is the reason why I would speak up, because I want to make sure that we have a clear understanding that going forward, when we are conversing, or if there is a conversation being had that doesn't include me, that honesty is attached to my name. Very important. If not, my voice will stomp into the conversation, honey. Okay? My voice will stomp like 10 men. Okay? It will stomp as hard as 10 men. If this dishonesty is being developed to include me or those closest to me, my voice will definitely stomp. Because what you're not going to do is sit before me and discuss me in dishonesty. Those two don't connect. Nadine Poetry One, no. Okay, I do my due diligence when I'm speaking on something to try to get facts, and then just the way I present myself in the public, you know what I mean, and you're witnessing it, make it make sense, and I'm honest. So if something is said, and it's honest, that happened. I'll take responsibility for good things, bad things, and different things, but let it be honest. That's it. Let it be honest. Okay. So for today, let us remember to use our truthful voice in a moment of correction. Use our truthful voice in the moment of correction. Do you know where you're going to? Miss Diana Ross. From one of my favorite movies, Mahogany. All right, sidebar. That was a sidebar. But yes, there are other options that we can use to deal with the dishonest lips. There really is. A lot of people bring chaos. They want to physically fight it out and yell it out. Okay. And a lot of people will retaliate by saying something dishonest and bad about you and try to destroy your reputation as well. Some people are pray that it go away, which is a really good thing. It's a sensible thing to do. Pray that it go away. But remember, when you pray for something to go away, you are operating in the time of the Lord. Okay, so you have to have patience and faith. Okay, and then some people just will not say anything. Some things are better left unsaid. Right? So, however, speaking up in all honesty will resolve and or correct any confusion much easier and possibly much quicker than the courtesy of silence being given. Because silence is really a courtesy. You spare people the right to debate with you, to give you dialogue and frustration, right? So silence, is a courtesy. Okay, you spare people from hearing your voice, being combative or debating, to protect yourself and protect your honor and protect your reputation. You spare people. You let them go ahead with their lie and you walk away. I notice a lot of celebrities that do that, right? It's all of these blogs going on and they'll say what they want, and mostly a blogger is gonna say information that they got, and a lot of times it gets the attention of the celebrity, and some celebrities will engage and be frustrated and make a notice that I don't like what it said or give you the correction, but then there are so many that will walk away. Silence, right? The word says, therefore each of you must put off falsehoods and speak truthfully to your neighbor, for we are all members of one body. Okay, I will repeat that. The word says, therefore, each of you must put off falsehoods and speak truthfully to your neighbor. Okay? Because, for we are all members of one body, says the Ephesians. Okay? And normally we come into this life and we want to say the right thing and honest things, but people will use their words against you, and people can use their words to speak up for you. But whatever case it may be, they're using words. All right? And somewhere in between that, you're involved. And then if the information is incorrect, somebody has to give the truth, right? I believe that as long as there is truthful information given, understanding can be formed. Absolutely. As long as there is truth, okay? You cannot help someone have full understanding if the information provided is a lie. How do you expect them to understand or get the truth or, say the right things according to you or those closest to you if the information you're providing is a lie? It's only going to give them understanding if you speak in truth. All right? It cannot be a lie or a cover up, or you can't just never say anything. There has to be some form of way where your truth come out, okay? So people can get understanding. If you are the topic, if you are the subject. Although silence is golden, I like a little bit of silence. There will be times when silence is needed and times when speaking is required. Okay? Times when silence is needed and times when speaking is required. But if the intention is to keep someone in the dark, feel free to not speak at all. Silence is still golden. Okay? Then information can definitely be withheld. If you feel like, you know what, I don't want to correct anyone, let them go ahead and say what they want to say, because often people do that to avoid conflict. But it depends on how damaging the information is that is circulating about you and those closest to you. Do you stand silent then and let it happen? Or do you speak up? Because however it goes, if the information, or the discussion of you, me, or we, either of us presumes, new falsehoods can be developed, and those new falsehoods could be more damaging than the original topic of you. So do you speak up or do you still stay silent? Using our best judgment, we can decide which option is better for whatever that moment may be or whenever that moment comes. If you proactively, can make decisions about dealing with negative things being said about you or protecting your reputation, then you have a leg up on the situation when it arises, which is a good thing. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you really want to win when things are being said about you. All right? You want to win the conversation. You want to win the dialogue. You want to make sure correction is made, that no one can keep saying negative things about you. You want to address it. And you want to address it where, it can limit conflict or any altercations, but definitely clear up your name and maintain your good reputation. Okay? Now, if you know that you don't have a good reputation and people are talking, then you might kind of want to conceal the eyes, conceal yourself from eyes seeing. Because everybody don't have a good reputation, and many adults, they know it and they live in it. You ever heard somebody say, I know I'm effed up? Honestly, I've heard people say that. I know I'm effed up, so what? And they say it and they accept it and they're fine with it. Whereas others may not be, and that can stir up a conversation about the negativity that you live in and you've accepted it. Now, if you are that person and you don't mind, then it is what it is. You know what I mean? But most people care about their reputation and what is being said about them, and they want things to be said in honesty. So that way we speak up to clear things up, to make sure that we keep our reputation up. However, speaking your truth storms harder than allowing your name and reputation to be caught up in mess that can potentially keep following you like a dark cloud for a long time. If you are in a path of changing from who you were, maybe you're making that fine transition from being young to an older adult, or your wisdom kicked in, and you've made some mistakes, as most people do in their youth. We make mistakes in life. We don't make the best decisions. We don't have, the best, sense for whatever ordeal is going on. So everything is not going to be perfect. But when you start making that transition, you start to think a little bit clearer, you start to tap into your wisdom, and you want to just make the best decision to get the best outcome for your life, for the comfort of your life and those closest to you. Okay, so you do want to clear things up because you don't want those dark clouds to follow you for a long time. People have the tendency of remembering when things were not great. I've talked about this before. Do you remember it? Do you remember when? Do you remember when? People have the tendency of remembering, excuse me, I can't talk to, people have the tendency of remembering those things. So you always want to try to clear those up so you can keep your reputation in good standing. Okay? Listen, clear it up and smile yourself away. Okay? Because even if you disagreed, they will leave you having understanding about what is acceptable when you are being discussed, or when they are conversing with you. They will walk away having an understanding of you. And that's mainly what you want. All right. They can form their own, thoughts about you, that's fine. But as long as you have an understanding, then we can disagree and walk away smiling. You may not clear up everything being said. You may not clear up everything being stated. You may not even get through, it may not absorb with some people things that you're saying, even though you're speaking the truth, because people have the tendency to want to believe a lie. We live in a world where people believe lies. We really do. It's more acceptable to believe a lie. It's easier. It's juicy. We live in that type of world. So you may not be able to clear up everything, but I'll tell you this. Your respect will be intact. Your respect will be intact, okay? And your honest representation will be preserved. Your honesty, your respect, those things will stay intact because people know who and what they are dealing with when you are the topic. And you never have to do it rude. You never have to boss. You never have to bully. You simply have to state using your words, verbalize. Okay, and get some clarity and give understanding about who you are, okay, and justify why you are the way that you are if you need to, or you can completely stay silent. The goal is to keep your reputation intact and make people respect you just by your actions without harm. So, smile today because honesty really is a pleasure to live. It really is. Yes, the world lies. It's easy for us to believe the lie. They have that. They got it this way, or they said they're gonna do that and they're gonna do it, or things like that. It's so easy. Honesty is hard to come by, so it is a pleasure when you live it. And then a smile is nice to give. So guys, smile today. It is your day. It is a wonderful day. It is a new day. Start all over. Give your honest self. And if you need to be silent, and you need to withhold information, that is fine too. Guys, I thank you for joining me for Give Me My Rights, WRITES Daily Podcast with NADINEPOETRY1. I am one word, I am one number, guys. Join me again for another Give Me My Rights Daily Podcast, and I promise I will bring a quote that hopefully resonates with you well and keep you smiling throughout the day, because your smile is the best way to start your day. It gives you positive energy. It makes you feel good about just being you, and just being alive is a blessing. Somebody didn't wake up this morning. Look at yourself and smile at that. Guys, blessings to your day. Thank you for joining me. Have a good one. Thank you for joining me. Have a good one.